If we're not at a Disney park, we're dreaming about being there, and a cup of Joffrey's Coffee Disney Blend helps. But what about when you're at a Disney park? The Joffrey's Disney Kiosk and Restaurant Locator will make sure you never miss out. Whether it's a cool drink on a hot summer vacation or a great cup of coffee at a Disney signature restaurant, Joffrey's has you covered. Check it out at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you.
Hey everyone! Thanks for joining us once again. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
Bob, this is part 2 of ResortLoop.com.
Part 2 of our Should Walt Disney World Add More Value Resorts? And if so, how would you like them themed? That's what we asked Looper Nation.
Right.
So we're going to jump right into this, Tim, and go ahead with Brian Cern.
Brian Cern, he says, never mind the theme. I want the theme to focus on value, on the value part. He goes, sorry, I don't mean to be snippy, just a little displaced parking fee and bolted down shampoo stress. He's right.
Yeah.
You can't rip that shampoo off the wall because it gets so slippery while you're in the town.
Is that what the problem is?
Yeah, it might be the problem. I don't know. Jessica Streeter, she says, Universal has always had parking fees, so they aren't any better. She says she was just at Universal training just yesterday. She said it was so interesting. Their value level resorts majorly outdo Disney's, unfortunately. Maybe more refurbs of our value resorts so we can match it up.
There you go. And again, I don't want to make this a parking fee thing, but when I was thinking about this the other day, when I went to New York City, it actually cost me more to park my car than it was for the hotel.
Wow.
But again, that parking is at a premium because there's not much of it.
Right. Well, they're about the same size, Disney and Manhattan.
Absolutely.
So maybe that's the thinking.
I think Disney has a lot more parking than Manhattan.
I think so.
Just saying. So, Robin Howard.
Do you know her?
A little bit.
All right.
I do. Says, yes, how about something more like the moderates, like a tropical theme, Paris theme, London, like an Epcot extension. How about value adults?
Hey. Jordan Hoover says, agreed, something a little more elegant for the value price point.
Well, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Scott Fody says, just came back from All-Star Sports and did not mind the provided soap dispensers in the shower, honestly.
All right.
Says, having stayed in all 3 pricing levels now, I wonder if there is enough theme park space, including the water parks, to handle the additional population more value resorts would provide. That is a good question.
Right.
This includes the resorts still in planning or currently under construction, but you want an answer? Yes, add more value resorts, but I can only come up with one theme. Classic Disney animated movies. Snow White, Bambi, go way back.
All right.
I like that idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Margot Mead, she says, I don't stay at value resorts, so I'd probably rather they didn't. It will just add to the number of people who can take advantage of extra magic hours.
Oh, all
hey.
Right. That's true. But then again, wouldn't that give them reason to open that wonderful 5th gate?
That's true. Maybe they could stagger magic hours. Like value resorts get it in the morning and like moderates and deluxe get it in the evening.
Oh, I like that idea.
Oh my goodness.
Don't give them
I'm sorry.
Give them ideas.
Delete.
Trenton Nisbet says, I would love to see a value that actually focuses on the Fab 5 characters. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, and Pluto building. How about that?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
People love the Fab 5.
That'd be Fab 6. Something like that. I don't know.
Well, whatever. Jonathan Clark, he said, so happy you asked. I think they should have a hotel themed after the popular classic attractions in the parks.
Ooh.
Like how the value resorts have their sections. One section of the new resort could be the Haunted Mansion themed. One section it's a small world, and so on. Or maybe theme the different areas of the resort, like the different lands in the Magic Kingdom. He goes, I think that'd be fun.
Absolutely.
How about that?
I really like that idea.
I thought that'd be a good idea for a cruise ship also.
Oh.
Like you have your like, Fantasyland level, your Tomorrowland level. I don't know.
That's a great idea. I would just be happy with maybe the restaurants being themed for the classic rides.
That's a good idea too. That'd be awesome.
Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant or the Jungle Cruise restaurant, kind of like Skipper Canteen kind of thing.
Right.
Anyway, Joe Rico says, why get carried away with theming? I mean, the deluxe ones all have a general theme, but not over the top. How about going way back and doing the original ones planned with the park opening? Asian, Persian, Venetian, Mediterranean, or Wilderness Junction?
Love it.
I like that idea, too. Yeah.
I love that one a lot. Peg Zisman, she says, I think the fun thing about the current value resorts is their over-the-top exterior theming. Of course, I think they could really increase the in-room theming if they wanted to up their game, but that's just a side thought. Anyway, I love the idea of theming a value resort after classic Walt Disney World attractions. I would pick some theme sections after the Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain, Big Thunder, Jungle Cruise, and the Teacups, while the lobby and the food court areas would be themed after Main Street. I would request to stay in the Haunted Mansion section every time. Then Jonathan Clark said that, and he said, same here, Haunted Mansion all the way. I love the Main Street-themed lobby and food court idea.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I do. I like that a lot. Excellent.
Very clever.
Liz Forte Ire says, yes, they need more values, even moderates that can sleep 5 comfortably. Jessica Streeter chimed in, agreed, maybe some family suite options at the moderate level. I know a lot of people who come looking for that option, kind of like the Art of Animation. And Liz responded to say, now that that my kids are adult size, values are just too small. And when you have 5, affordable choices are even fewer.
That's true. That's true. I feel really bad for families of 5 or more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Always don't ever forget those cabins. Don't forget the cabins.
That's true. Again,
they've got some room there.
That's right. Fort Wilderness, one of the truly original Walt Disney World experiences.
There you go.
Still around. James Jamie Price. He goes, I'm sure I've had this conversation a few times with my family, but I've forgotten any idea we've thrown around. Obviously, a value resort would be geared towards and most appealing to larger families, and as such must have a theme that kids can enjoy. The most obvious theme at the top of my head would be the Marvel Comics Resort. It's outside of the park, so it's allowed, right? I think so, James. I'm going with it.
All right.
I'm not a trained attorney, and I do not work for Disney. I know it's shocking to everybody that listens to this show. He goes, Disney could do so much more with that theme. Large statues, rooms with fun character-specific decor, family-related activities, etc. I'm thinking Pop Century meets a Port Orleans Riverside Royal Room meets Stan Lee's brain.
Nice.
The whole family would love it. Heck, I want to stay there right now. I just asked my 4-year-old what kind of Disney hotel he would build. He had 3 ideas: superheroes, Mickey Mouse, and Monsters, Inc. I do like the idea of a Pixar-themed hotel. He goes, also, if it's not too late, I'd come up with another idea. I was trying to figure out a way Disney could make a real value resort at a value price. I immediately thought about the hotels we stay at on our drives to and from Disney.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness. That could be dangerous. They could don't get the pay-per-view. They could design a resort inspired by all of the interstate motels we know and love. I'm thinking of peeling paint outside the walls, sparse lighting inside and out, communication problems with the front desk, with only one employee, damp carpets, stray Band-Aids, hair in the tub and sink. I'm sure that would all be synthetic. A rocking toilet that isn't properly attached, mold on the ceiling, thin walls so you can hear every fight and illegal activity in the next room. A shower head that's adjustable only by reaching through the holes in the wall in the shower and adjusting the plumbing. A pool that's permanently out of order. A continental breakfast that's just a stash of Little Debbie's, cinnamon rolls, and honey buns. That doesn't sound too bad, actually. An air conditioner that makes ungodly noises at night. And a restaurant on the same premises that appears to have been shuttered in 1986.
Didn't we stay at that motel?
I think we did stay that one in South Carolina on the way down last year. It had most of those things going on.
I have stayed in some places like that.
I have done that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Calvin Connor says, now that I'm a DVC member, more DVC resorts, DVC value resorts would be fine too. I don't know how they'd work that. He says, i.e. a resort for 5 points a night during value season. Interesting.
Nice.
He also says, I would love a hotel themed to the Japanese culture and or architecture.
Hey.
Actually, a hotel themed to any country besides America would intrigue me. Well, there you go.
Awesome. Joe Massaro goes Fab 5 theme. It has always surprised me how little they incorporate Mickey and the rest into the theming.
That's true. That's true.
That's true. I think maybe
why that is.
I don't know, other than that big phone at the All-Stars.
Yeah.
I think maybe they just try to actually save them for the resort, for the theme parks, I mean.
Yeah, maybe.
Or Chef Mickey's. I don't know. Good point.
Gary Zarelli says monorail room. Now that would be great. That would be kind of cool.
Just don't fall out the door.
Yeah, well, the doors wouldn't close, but,
It had that little slight smell, but still. David Waihe, hope I got that right. He goes, how about a Valley Resort themed to The Incredibles?
I love that idea. I'd like to see well, we'll get to that. Jason Gordon says, yes, he wants more Value Resorts. Axiom / By and Large, themed a la Wall-E, with deluxe meal in a cup, specialty smoothies, and a mid-century modern Guji, retro future style, complete with automat style counter service. I like that little Wall-E kind of action there.
That is awesome. I'm glad you had to read that one and not me. I'm not sure about that one. Cal Scarata says, I think Disneyland is being overlooked for a value resort. I'd find a spot up Harbor Boulevard and theme it like the Coronado Resort in San Diego. Oh, the Hotel del Coronado. That's a beautiful one. You know that one.
Yeah.
Very similar to the Grand Floridian. This hotel would have its own bar themed to the Sergeant Preston's pub back from the old Disneyland hotel days.
Ooh, I like that.
I think Disneyland does enjoy that history type thing. You know, let's go back and bring it fresh.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jessica Brown says, yes, more value resorts. Not everyone can afford $200 plus a night hotels. And with new attractions coming in the future, Disney needs more affordable digs for families to stay. I love the beachy themed Universal is going with clean, fresh, and modern. That's what we're saying.
Exactly right. And let's see here. We got Scott Tieberman. He goes, definitely need some additional value resorts. In his humble opinion, I think it was mentioned before, but Disney continues to price out families who either just can't afford the trip or choose not to, since you can't get more bang for your buck. Since you can get more bang for your buck elsewhere. I'd love to see some low-key themed value resorts built to a similar taste as the moderates and deluxes. Don't get me wrong, the grandeur over-the-top theming of the All-Stars, for instance, is super fun, but it'd be a nice change of pace to have something like Old Key West, the Grand Floridian, or Port Orleans, but with the necessary lesser amenities in a lower-cost alternative.
There you go. So that's all the list and ideas that we got from Looper Nation. Please keep in mind, none of these were tampered with all of the Facebook issues that they're going through. Right? What?
Wow. We weren't scraping these for any kind of information other than what you gave us.
We will not sell this information to anyone outside of Colombia. I don't know.
Wow.
So, but we are hoping that Disney's listening. That's why we did this, because we agree with you guys. We think that some more value resorts make it a little bit more affordable for some families. I don't know about you, Tim, but I'd love to see some rooms that are a little bit larger, not quite the suites that you see at Art of Animation.
Right.
But maybe, a couple of double beds with one of those Murphy pull-down beds kind of thing.
Right.
You wouldn't have to really make it a lot bigger, but you could then have the Murphy bed down so you can easily get 5 in there without it being, quote-unquote, a suite. And still have the room because the bed would fold up, but
right, not with those trundle beds either. Like under one of the beds, sometimes they have those things that pull out.
Right.
I love the idea of the Murphy.
Yeah, I do too. What do you got? What ideas do you have? Do you think that they need more value resorts, or should they stay what they got?
I'm all for anything with more value. I don't think they're necessarily worried about park capacity. I think they're thinking they're going to get people to stay at. If they build more value resorts, they're going to get people to just not stay elsewhere. So they're thinking the same people might come, they just might not stay, like out on 192.
Right.
It's kind of my thing. They want more of that 192 International Drive money.
Absolutely.
As far as theming, I think Marvel would be fantastic. Although I'm kind of going with the more subdued theme idea. Okay. I don't think you really need to have like an over-the-top, big, huge icons of any kind, like music or sports. I like the idea of more of a gentle theme, kind of like, they said Port Orleans, like Riverside, something like that.
Okay.
How about you?
Right. I'm going to go the opposite direction as you, because I like the idea. I like the values being over the top.
Kids do love
kids love it. Exactly. So I'm thinking I would like to see almost a split between classic Disney and new Disney. So you go with half of the resort being so many have mentioned, your Snow Whites and Bambi and Cinderella kind of rooms, and then the other half be the newer movies, Cars is already used, but Incredibles and Wall-E and all of the newer movies that they have. Maybe a Beauty and the Beast section. So just so you can have that compare and contrast for a lot of these young kids that maybe grew up with the newer movies, the more Pixar movies, digital movies, and yet their parents grew up with the classics. So I don't know, just throwing that out. Blue skying, we're blue skying.
Not a bad idea at all.
So. So that's it. That's all of the great ideas we got from Looper Nation. We appreciate everybody getting involved with that. We always are looking for input from you guys, and hopefully Disney's paying attention, and we'll get some good value resorts coming down the pike, because they certainly have the room to build some other stuff. And you and I have talked outside of the show about the fact that they're building all these bigger resorts and DVCs, and
right,
they need to take a look at some more value for folks too. So,
like we said, maybe they might end up re-tiering their whole hotel structure there anyway.
Exactly.
So maybe they'll go with values. They'll be maybe a true value for most families.
You took the words right out of my mouth, because with everything going on down at Universal, we want Disney to still be very competitive in that arena. It is an industry standard.
That's true. And with more hotels comes more parking lots.
Hey, who knew? Anyway, so that'll wrap this one up. We'll have another poll coming out for you guys to participate in with us. We absolutely love the interaction with you guys. So, Tim.
Yes, Bob.
That is all I've got.
Awesome. Love this show. Love the Looper Nation feedback. It's always fantastic. I'm Tim Scott. Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com. Interested in a Disney vacation? Maybe check us out over at ResortLoopTravel.com.
Oh, absolutely. And while we're still allowed, like us on Facebook. Rate us on iTunes. Leave us a little note on our website. We absolutely love getting those, and we'll read those on the air as well. And what else should folks do, Tim?
Please, everyone, go out there and share the gateway to the magic, ResortLoop.com.
See you, everybody. Oh, what are you doing?
I threw it in there at the end.
You threw another thing in there.
I know.
I can't say see you, everybody.
You can when I stop talking right now.
See you, everybody.
You always have to have the last word. I never win the argument. Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com.